Hey fam, this is Gwen. I have not met most of you, but I am Ron's wife, and I have been Dorothy Witherspoon's 24-hour caregiver since January of 23. And one of the first projects was to clean up, just to get things organized so it would be easier to find all the things that she needed. And in that process, I learned a lot. I was shocked at how amazing she was, that all the work she has done, all the things she has achieved. And I thought, like, it would be a travesty for her whole life to be summed up in an obituary one day. So I got the bright idea to write a children's book about her life, like honoring her and celebrating her life. But since she was a psychiatric professional for over 37 years, I realized that it would be such a cool opportunity to write a book that would help children cope with their mental health, since that's, we're hearing that a lot in terms of just all the different things that our children are dealing with. So the name Miss Dorothy's Garden came to me, and at this point I don't even remember how I got the Beatitudes, but I went to Matthew 5 and discovered that the Beatitudes in the Bible are really about mental health. So that's where the whole idea came from. Miss Dorothy's Garden, 9 Beatitudes, B-E-E, to grow by. The age group is between 5 and 8, I think, and it really, the sum of the story, the moral of the story is that when we sow seeds of kindness in ourselves and in others, that we create this beautiful garden. And that idea came because one day I was sitting in the garage and we were looking out, just letting her get some sun, and she starts talking about all the kids on the street, all the things they did, how she was involved with them. Some of them were in her Bible study class. When they got in trouble, how she dealt with that, how she told her parents. And I just thought all about all these amazing seeds that she had sown in her life. And one technician during one of her medical appointments asked her what the secret to longevity was, and she says to be kind. So in Miss Dorothy's Garden, Miss Dorothy has to stay ahead of Carl the Fog. So all of y'all in the Bay Area, especially those in San Francisco, you know about the fog that covers the city most mornings. And he has his own name. He has an Instagram account and everything, Carl with a K. And so Carl is the villain. Carl the Fog is the villain in Miss Dorothy's Garden. And she has to go out sowing kindness seeds to stay ahead of all the emotional trauma that he is causing among the residents in the city. And she, as she comes up across somebody who's in need, she sows a seed with a flower, and each flower matches a beatitude and represents just sowing kindness. But Miss Dorothy can't stay ahead of Carl herself. He starts coming after her in so many ways. We are using real life stories from her life. So there's some beautiful, some beautiful opportunities. And then there are some sad things and some violent, tragic things that have happened in her life that we feature real low key in the book. But we want to teach children how to take care of themselves and others. So bottom line, it is the coolest story on the planet. I'm super excited. I knew nothing about writing a children's book. I thought I was going to get somebody else to do it when I got the story. And it has become this project that I have done. The illustrator I found, she's in Ecuador. She's an American who coincidentally was in Ecuador to take care of her aging mother, who passed away like 105, just probably within the last year or so. So she has been the one bringing the story to life. And when I started this, I was in the middle of the isolation of caregiving. I wasn't used to that. I didn't know anything about that. I didn't expect it. And I didn't have two nickels to rub together either, because it seemed like everything kind of fell apart at the same time. But I have a 501c3 nonprofit And I thought, okay, I could run the project through there, and then I could ask for donations, like reach out to the family, friends, all the people that has touched her life, that she has touched their lives. And so we started with $1,300. And I basically have operated with that same $1,300 for the entire year doing the project. Miraculously, the illustrator just has been doing it. Like, it's amazing. But the project itself really is going to cost about $15,000. And I see that coming from donations and from book sales, and then ultimately from partnerships. And then I want to do programming for children and families using Miss Dorothy's Garden. I already have some international interest. I already have a local librarian who is actually the branch manager and children's librarian here in San Francisco, who is going to buy the book. She said she's giving me some insight as to how you sell a book to a library. So really, that's my goal. So I'm reaching out to you all because I wanted you to hear me tell the story, how it came about, and I want to ask for your help. So I want to ask for your help. And you can help me in a number of ways. And I know from, there's got to be people in our family who's connected to education, who's connected to libraries, who's connected to cities, who's connected to denominations, churches. And I believe that this is a book that would be of interest to all groups, because I purposely, clearly, the Beatitudes comes out of Matthew, but there are no scriptures listed. And it's just really a very universal message that all children could benefit from. And so I need your help connecting with those groups so we can do large purchases, so they can do large purchases of quantities of the book. I need to sell 1,000 pretty much to kind of break even and cover all the costs. But right now, the budget is about $15,000. That includes cost of the illustrator. So when you see all the work, you're going to be amazed. And so that kind of work is not cheap. And then, but it is a one-time expense. And then the printing. And at this point, I'm thinking about getting it done in China, that it might be the most efficient and cost-effective way. Just the time, it'll be longer to get it. But that's the goal. And if not, I have some local, alternatives, but of course those cost more. And then that includes like basic marketing materials and things that I have created to promote it and to honor Mom on Sunday. So I need your help to just complete the form on the bottom, like to subscribe for updates. So I'm gonna give you a link to that. And after you submit it, on that confirmation page, you'll see another link to RSVP for Mom's event, for her birthday party, her birthday celebration, this coming Sunday, October 6th at St. John Missionary Baptist Church after their morning service that starts at 10:30. So it should probably be between 12:30, we go downstairs to honor Mom. But if you would help me, fill out the form, tell me how you can help. If you can donate money, I have a 501c3 nonprofit, so it's tax deductible, to help with the project, and purchase books. So you can pre-order books. The goal is we'll have them done before Christmas, probably in November. So then they would be wonderful Christmas gifts to the children in our family and our neighbors and everybody. I'm telling you, every time I tell the story to somebody, every time I introduce them to the book, they are over the moon ecstatic. I mean, this is not family members. This is like total strangers. I met a woman from the United Kingdom this weekend, and she was like, oh, you need to come because there's a church there and you can sell it to them and you need to come and talk about it. So I'm super excited because I feel like it is an amazing way to honor Mom's legacy and just to make sure that the work that she's done, that you all even know about it, and that it doesn't go unnoticed, and that she won't have just a funeral program one day that, is evidence that she was here, because she's made such an amazing difference. So let me know if you have any questions or anything, but I wanted to call everybody one at a time, but oh God, the time has just not been there. And then most of us have not met, I just wanted to give you the inside scoop. And then also you can send this video to family, to friends, to other people that you know have mom has touched their life. That would make all the difference in the world. And if you've ever been a caregiver, you know that as we age, we kind of disappear. You know, there are so many people that do love her, call, check on her on the regular, but just getting real quality one-on-one interaction, it doesn't happen very often. So I know that it would mean the world to her for us to share what she means to us, and just for other people to show up. So that's it. But if you have any questions, let me know, and I'll shoot a shorter video the next time just to keep everybody informed as we go. So we are full steam ahead preparing to formally release her book on Sunday and celebrate Dorothy Witherspoon's century of service. Only 1% of Americans can say that. Oh, the other thing, I want to do local media, any media, to promote her and her book. So I think not only the story of her turning 100, but the story of her turning 100 and her book being featured in her life being featured in a book is newsworthy. So people would want to hear the story and help us get this book out. Thank you. Love y'all.